Breaking on 4 News now at 6. Arguments over when and where the trial of accused Moscow murderer Bryan Kohberger will take place. The timeline on starting that trial.
And a wet weekend is ahead of us, but there will be some breaks in the rain. I'll tell you when. You can look forward to those in your First Alert forecast.
And Spokane is not immune to tensions surrounding war in the Middle East, the vandalism at a church in the city. You're watching 4 News now at 6 o'clock. First, breaking news on a shooting in downtown Spokane this afternoon. Police have the suspect in custody, and the victim has been taken to the hospital. Thanks for joining us. I'm Derek Dice. It happened around 4:20 on Brown Street near 2nd Avenue. Police say they were able to locate the male suspect in just 4 minutes. The victim does not have any life-threatening injuries. We'll continue to update you as we learn more on KXLY.com. More breaking news now in the Moscow student murders case.
It's really hard for me right now to set something in 2025, even though that might be just the reality.
Latah County Judge John Judge has delayed announcing a court date for the murder trial of suspect Bryan Kohberger. Tonight, eyes across the country honed in on the Latah County courtroom where Kohberger was present for a pair of hearings. Kohberger is accused of killing Kaylee Goncalves, Maddie Mogen, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin. Jordan Smith watched today's events unfold, and Jordan Kohberger's team was pressing to have this trial pushed back another year.
Yeah, Derek, summer of 2025. That's when Kohberger's team believes that they'd be able to effectively battle this case before a jury, pushing back the potential closure for families and friends of these victims for another year.
He makes the allegation the state is trying to kill someone here, and frankly, I find that offensive.
In court today, the defense and prosecutors battling it out.
We are simply trying to fulfill our responsibilities under the law.
At stake, the potential start date for Bryan Kohberger's murder trial, potentially beginning as soon as this summer. That timeline argued to be unrealistic by the defense.
I do not believe this is a 6-week trial. I believe this is more like a 12 to 15-week trial.
Taylor listing out a laundry list of items her team needed to accomplish to prepare for a case like this. Things like sifting through 51 terabytes of information, breaking down the interviews of more than 400 witnesses, and doing extensive background on Kohberger and his family.
Your Honor, summer of 2024, it's impossible for us to do it.
Prosecutor Bill Thompson echoed the concern of the magnitude of this workload.
Ms. Taylor is not understating the amount of work that's involved in this case, Judge. If we cannot have a trial this summer, then I would say the earliest would be the summer of next year.
The judge reiterated he only wants to have one trial, and for there to be no missteps that lead to this case being thrown out and having to start all over.
It's really hard for me right now to set something in 2025, even though that might be just the reality. My heart goes out to the victims. I can't even imagine the pain, the grief. I'm going to contemplate a little bit.
And the defense says that we can expect them to file a motion to vacate, meaning to move the trial out of Latah County. Prosecutor Bill Thompson says they owe it to Latah County to be able to seat a jury in Moscow and keep this case from moving. There's still no timeline as to when we could expect a decision from the judge, but we'll keep you updated right here and on KXLY.com. In studio, Jordan Smith, 4 News Now.
All right, Jordan, thank you. We now hear from the family of Kaylee Goncalves, one of the U of I students who was killed in November of 2022. The Goncalves family was in court today, and after the hearing, posted on Facebook, "We have no words." Marissa Rio has what the family revealed about their daughter today.
The family of Kaylee Goncalves is sharing never-before-released photos and videos of their daughter that they recently got from investigators. Due to the gag order in place, not much has been revealed, and Kaylee's parents want more information regarding their daughter's murder.
We're just left in limbo.
This morning, Kaylee Goncalves' parents sharing exclusively with ABC never-before-seen pictures and videos of their 21-year-old daughter.
There's a type you can season with these. I can't really season with them, but you can cook with them.
Yeah, I know that's in front of the tower.
Yeah.
The family is still waiting on a full digital copy of Kaylee's phone from authorities.
These are the last moments of your child's life, and you're sitting here fighting with somebody who just doesn't care.
They were able to collect some of Kaylee's belongings from the university over the summer, which raised concerns for them about how well possible evidence was processed, including a trash can from Kaylee's room that was full and appeared untouched.
We opened it. It was a little squeezy applesauce thing like you would give to like a toddler. Yeah. It did not appear to have been gone through.
Police saying they had gathered more than 100 pieces of physical evidence from the scene, along with some 4,000 photos and 3D scans of the residence. Still, frustration mounting for the family over what they consider a lack of communication and a rush to tear down the home on King Road. Christy describes for the first time how Kaylee was found.
And the way that room's put together, if you come through that door, you can't get out of that room.
Completely, totally trapped.
Yeah, you're in
tiny,
the bed.
Tiny room. The bed was the entire room. You could barely open up the door without swiping the foot of the bed. And it was wall. You know, the headboard was up against the wall. The side where Kaylee was on was up against the wall. And if you can imagine Kaylee in an upright sort of position, up in the corner, slumped. I mean, she was trapped.
The home on King Road was torn down in the pre-dawn hours of December 28th. You can find all of our U of I coverage on our website at KXLY.com. Reporting in studio, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
And we've been following this trial and all of the developments in the murder investigation since that tragic night in Moscow. 4 News Now is dedicated to bringing you all the latest information and breaking news in this trial that hits so close to home. Download the 4 News Now app and turn on notifications to make sure you don't miss the news that matters to you. All right. In your first alert forecast, the rain moves back in tonight. Meteorologist Matt Gray is here in for Chris Crocker.
All right, and we've got rain coming in tonight, and it was so nice to see the sun today. It was just a beautiful day. I'm never going to complain being wrong about the sun, because what did we say? I cursed myself Wednesday right here on this program. I said, well, we'll never see the sun again. The way that things were looking, I tell you what, I love being wrong with stuff like that. That is for sure. As far as seeing the sunshine this weekend, well, I don't think our prospects are that good the way things are going. Already we've clouded back over, and you can see radar is quiet for now as it has been all day, but you look over to the west and already we've got some showers trying to push their way into the Wenatchee area and cross the Columbia River, and that's exactly what we are seeing. So our friends in Grant County, you're about to see some rain move in. Tri-City's about to see some rain move in here as well. We've got even a little wintry mix there on Ryegrass Hill as you work your way over into the Ellensburg area. Here is our forecast for overnight around Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. We're going to wait a little bit longer, obviously, for that rain to come in, as you can imagine. And so by the time we get to, say, 10 or 11 o'clock tonight, we'll start to see that rain begin to fall. We'll have a pretty solid uninterrupted chunk of rain here as we go through the night and into our wake-up hours tomorrow morning. So expect to be waking up to some fairly wet weather. And I don't think there's going to be that many breaks for your Saturday at least. Sunday, looking a little bit more optimistic that there may be some longer periods of drier weather. Either way, having the rain gear and the rain boots probably mandatory over the next couple of days. The one thing that's not changing, and we saw this afternoon with the sunshine, we warmed up to the mid-40s. We are going to continue with these mild, almost early spring-like temperatures. And in fact, we're going to be getting even warmer than that heading into next week. We'll show you that in your extended outlook coming up.
All right, Matt. Well, breaking news in one of the cases against Donald Trump. The former president is ordered to pay writer E. Jean Carroll $83 million for defaming her. The verdict comes after a heated day in court. At one point, Trump stood up and walked out during closing statements. Carroll says Trump shattered her reputation and made her the target of violent threats after he denied her sexual assault accusations in 2019. Trump posted on his social media platform saying he fully disagrees with the verdict and will be appealing the decision. Well, parts of Fairchild Air Force Base, including a child care center, were under a shelter-in-place order for hours this morning. The order was for an area around the main gate. Emergency personnel responded for a random vehicle inspection that needed more security. Fairchild says the incident has been resolved. No other details were provided. A Spokane Valley deputy was injured when a drunk driver crashed into the side of his patrol car. Deputies were investigating the scene of a hit-and-run Wednesday near the Spokane County Fair and Expo Center when 63-year-old Raymond Jones crashed into the parked patrol car with the deputy inside. A breath sample showed his blood alcohol content was at .19, more than double the legal limit of .08. The convicted felon was booked into the county jail. The deputy received treatment at the hospital. At the Seattle-Tacoma Airport, Alaska Airlines has returned a Boeing 737 MAX 9 jet to the sky after completing inspections required by the FAA. Most passengers were unfazed while boarding the flight set for San Diego. Alaska plans to have all of its MAX 9 fleet flying again in about 2 weeks. United Airlines plans to start flying some of theirs again on Sunday. Well, a big boulder on the side of a Spokane highway is becoming a bit of a tourist attraction. See why coming up on 4 News Now at 6. And also after the break, a church vandalized in the name of a war halfway around the world. Why Spokane's Jewish community says it was only a matter of time.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
Save your greed!
Where would you get engaged? At our most spectacular historic hotel? Wherever you get engaged, we want to help you mark your moment. Tracy Jewelers, where Spokane gets engaged since 1950.
Adventure awaits at Silver Mountain Resort this winter. Enjoy some of the best terrain in the region, only 30 minutes east of Coeur d'Alene, right off I-90. Family, friends, and smiles as big as the wide-open vistas. Relax in a beautiful condo just a stroll away from dining, water slides, indoor surfing, and 84 degrees. And a gondola ride away from our new covered carpet lift, tubing, and acres of snow rider heaven. Your winter adventure awaits at Silver Mountain. Book today at silvermt.com.
Our motto here at Holiday Heating is fixed right or it's free. That means that we'll get the job done right the first time, and if we don't,
we will own up to that and we will take care of it for you for free.
Fixed right or it's free means that we are accountable for the 100% satisfaction of our customers.
We'll come back and get the job done and with no additional charge to the customer.
We are humans and we do make mistakes, but we are here to make it right and make sure our customers know that.
Experience the Coeur d'Alene Boat Expo. Explore better boats, the largest selection of inventory, and the biggest savings, all under one roof, inside the region's largest indoor showroom. Discover the latest models from the industry's best brands, including Cobalt, Malibu, Axis, Barletta, Chris-Craft, Harris, Regal, and Cruisers Yachts, plus our huge display of pre-owned inventory. Mark your calendars and make waves with us at the biggest event of the year, happening February 1st through February 10th. The Coeur d'Alene Boat Expo. Better boats, better prices, better event.
Where would you get engaged? At our most spectacular historic hotel? Wherever you get engaged, we want to help you mark your moment. Tracy Jewelers, where Spokane gets engaged since 1950.
Around the world tonight, the International Court of Justice is demanding Israel take new steps to prevent genocide in Gaza against Palestinians, but stop short of ordering an immediate ceasefire. The Hamas-run health ministry in Gaza now says more than 26,000 people have been killed. United Nations officials have growing concerns that even more people could die from disease and starvation.
The court is acutely aware of the extent of the human tragedy that is unfolding in the region and is deeply concerned about the continuing loss of life and human suffering.
But Israel is calling the accusations grossly distorted, saying it's only acting in self-defense and making the utmost efforts to avoid civilian casualties. The top court says Israel must report back in 1 month to show it has implemented measures limiting further death and destruction in the Gaza Strip. The war itself causing tension around the world with rallies, protests, vandalism, and acts of violence spurred by the war. And that includes here in Spokane, where this church sign showing support for Israel was vandalized. Although the vandalism was at a Christian church, Jewish people in Spokane see it as a personal attack. Bronte Saratsky is outside the Pilgrim Congregational Church tonight with the story. Bronte.
Well, Derek, ever since the October 7th attacks in Israel, anti-Semitism has skyrocketed here in the U.S. Now, Jewish people here in Spokane tell me it was only a matter of time before they saw something like this here in their city.
I feel very sad and very disappointed, but not surprised.
Jewish people in Spokane, like Mary and her husband Herschel, were shocked to see a church showing support for Israel vandalized with spray paint. Because of the graphic language, these pictures have been blurred. Herschel, who is also a board member for Human Rights Spokane, says a message like this targeting Zionism, the belief that Israel has the right to exist as a Jewish homeland, is anti-Semitic.
Almost always bleeds over into anti-Semitic or anti-Jewish sentiments and acts.
Mary says she and other Jews in the community have felt isolated and alone since the October 7th attacks.
So here we have this church that has a statement that says, God bless Israel. There's nothing anti-anybody there. It just says, God bless Israel. So it's a statement of allyship. And this graffiti is a message to an ally saying, you can't be an ally.
Other Jews in Spokane say they felt targeted as a result of actions made by the Israeli government. Actions they have no control over.
Yeah, we have no control over their government. Israel is its own country and it makes its own decisions.
Herschel is urging people in Spokane to speak up when they see hateful vandalism like this against any minority groups and to report it to Human Rights Spokane as well as police. After this incident, Jews in Spokane say they're on high alert.
In Spokane, it makes us all nervous.
Now, Spokane police are still investigating this vandalism and have not yet determined whether it is a hate crime or not. Reporting live in Spokane, Bronte Sorotsky, 4 News Now.
Rain is coming in for the weekend, so might be time to start thinking about some indoor plans, especially for Saturday, where our rain chances are just about as high as they ever really get. So let's talk about when you could see some breaks in the wet weather and how warm we'll be getting next week. Coming up.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
PAR, family owned since 1930. Go where the builders go.
What are you going to build?
Celebrate 6 years with us at Spokane Tribe Casino. Win your share of $60,000 cash during our Win-Anniversary giveaway every Saturday in January. Celebrate with us all month long as we celebrate these winning years. Only at Spokane Tribe Casino. You just win here.
Right now with Papa Murphy's, we've got a great deal.
Which means I make more great pizza.
It's not an I thing, Dad. It's a we thing.
Get a large 2-topping take and bake pizza for just $10.99. Order now at papamurphys.com.
Next week, just look who's saying.
Good morning, America.
Emma Stone, Demi Moore, Dua Lipa and Henry Cavill.
Good morning, America.
Usher and Megan Thee Stallion on
Good morning, America!
They say post it or it didn't happen. But out here, in the places we were made for, you'll have to take our word for it. Find somewhere the internet's never been. With the family of Broncos designed to get you there.
Lease a 2023 Bronco Sport for $299 a month and get 2015 bonus cash only at your local Ford dealer.
Right now with Papa Murphy's, we've got a great deal.
Which means I make more great pizza.
It's not an I thing, Dad. It's a we thing.
Get a large 2-topping take and bake pizza for just $10.99. Order now at papamurphys.com.
Celebrate 6 years with us at Spokane Tribe Casino. Win your share of $60,000 cash during our Win-Anniversary giveaway every Saturday in January. Celebrate with us all month long as we celebrate these winning years. Only at Spokane Tribe Casino. You just win here.
The Happy Face Killer. Finally, case closed. Next, Inside Edition. After 31 years, the last known victim identified. It's her sister.
It's been very, very heartbreaking.
Then, you won't believe what's keeping this dying man from life-saving surgery.
That's my biggest fear, just not being here for my family.
Watch the next Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
It's time for your forecast, and there have been so many very strange things here this winter season that have happened. And here's another one. It is almost 6:30 and it is 42 degrees right now in Spokane. We got a lot of warm air headed this way. Quite the contrast to where we were not that long ago when we were talking about record cold in some cases. So here's our planner for Saturday. You should expect rain in the morning, rain in the afternoon, rain in the evening. You can kind of see the pattern here. We'll be up into the low 40s in the afternoon, and I think we're going to end up probably with a long streak here of 40-degree or warmer highs, which is quite a bit above where our average is at this point in the year. Other warm spots is going to be in the mid-40s in Ritzville and Pullman. Lewiston will hit 50 degrees. Expect more where that came from in the days to come. And we'll see some upper 30s in some of our cooler communities that we usually see, like Colville and Sandpoint. We'll also be in the 40s in Boundary County. Now, we will get even warmer on Sunday, and there will still be some rain, but it looks at this point it's not going to be nearly as much rain for as long as what we're going to see for the first half of the weekend. Look at these low temperatures for Sunday morning. 39 degrees. So very, very strange to be seeing that here in late January. Let's time out this rain. So as we head towards 8, 9 o'clock, we're going to start to see the first wave of rain tracking into the eastern third of Washington. And by the time we get to 11 o'clock tonight, I expect us to be seeing that rain moving into North Idaho. So first round of rain goes in and out fairly quickly. Round number 2 comes in during the morning hours on Saturday. And so I expect many of us, especially on the Washington side of the state line, will be waking up to rain. We'll see rain for a good portion of the day. The real notable break in the wet weather is going to be in the afternoon. So say after about 3 o'clock through about, say, 7 p.m. or so. So any evening plans will likely be a little bit drier, at least in the metro area. But you can see here, by the time it gets about 8 o'clock Saturday night, we've already got the next round of wet weather moving in from this fairly vigorous storm system. Now, this is Sunday morning. This is our other opportunity for us to dry out a little bit, I think. But by the afternoon, we've got more rain coming in, but there should be longer dry periods for your Sunday. So just something to keep in mind as you're making your plans, which I think for the most part probably need to be involving hanging out and doing something indoors. What's really shocking about this whole deal, though, is just how warm these overnight temperatures are going to be. I mentioned what was going to be happening Saturday night with the clouds and the rain, upper 30s for lows. I tell you what, we don't cool down all that much, even with some clearing skies. And Monday, I tell you what, is trending to look pretty similar to what we saw today. Just a couple of degrees even warmer than what we saw today in the afternoon. Look at this. Our highs will be around 48 degrees. We'll see a little bit of sunshine. We have another system, though, coming in for the middle of the week, but that's actually going to help keep our temperatures on the warm side all the way through next Friday. We'll talk about when we could see our next cool down and maybe a return towards something that looks like winter, or at least tries to look like winter, coming up in the next half hour.
All right, Matt, thank you. Well, don't forget, you and your family can take advantage of free activities this weekend around Riverfront Park. The Louvre Carousel, Numerica Skate Ribbon, and Mobius Discovery Center will be open for free all day on Saturday. It's part of the 50th anniversary celebration of the Innovia Foundation. To see the times and more details on Innovia's community events, you can find this story on KXLY.com. Well, what's going to happen to this giant boulder? That's what many drivers on Highway 195 want to know. A rock slide blocked the highway early yesterday morning, 2 miles south of Spokane. Crews were able to move it off into a ditch using a snowplow. And tonight, it's becoming a bit of a tourist site. Peter Choi has the story.
Well, let me just give you a little bit of perspective of how big this rock is. So I'm 5'7", and clearly it's much bigger than me. So you get the picture. And some drivers were stopping by today to check out this unusual sight.
14 years, this is the first time I've seen anything this big.
On Highway 195 on Friday, one giant boulder is drawing attention from drivers.
Let's just put it this way. I think Harrison Ford would have had a hell of a time dealing with this rock.
It's something you would see in the Indiana Jones movies.
Yeah, he would have needed an awful lot of movie magic Hollywood special effects to deal with this thing.
The Department of Transportation shared this photo yesterday. A rock slide blocked a part of the highway. Crews removed it with a snowplow and front loader.
I'm glad it came down when it did, which was basically in the middle of the night or sometime when there's not peak traffic on the road, because that's a killer right there.
The DOT says crews will take a risk assessment with drones and plan to look at cost. It doesn't have when or how crews will remove the boulder. In Spokane, Peter Choi, 4 News Now.
It's a big rock. All right, still ahead, the trial of a Michigan school shooter's parents is set to test the limits of who's responsible for a mass shooting. Plus, does vitamin C actually help you prevent or fight off a cold? We have the answer coming up on 4 News Now.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Cash, cash, cash. It's snowing cash at Missisquoi Casino Hotel. Play your favorite games to win a share of $12,000 cash at Missisquoi Casino Hotel.
My dry eyes made me a burning, stinging 5 times a day.
Makeup smearing, drops user.
I want another option. That's not another drop.
Tyrvaya. It's not another drop. It's the first and only nasal spray for dry eye. Tyrvaya treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease fast by helping your body produce its own real tears. Common side effects include sneezing, cough, and throat and nose irritation.
Relying only on drops? Not me. My own real tears are my relief.
Ask your eye doctor about Tyrvaya.
The time to buy is now. Yes, RV show pricing continues at R&R RV in North Spokane. Over 125 RVs are indoors at 525 East Francis. You'll save thousands with rebates and show discounts on Cougar, Rockwood, Montana, Class B vans, and more. Everything show priced. Don't shop in the cold. Shop over 125 RVs indoors now at R&R RV in North Spokane, 525 East Francis. Online at rnrrv.com.
When your child has moderate to severe eczema, it's okay for them to show off. Show off their clearer skin and noticeably less itch with Dupixent. Because children 6 months and older with eczema have plenty of reasons to show off their skin. With Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists, they can stay ahead of their eczema. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your child's skin from within. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Show off to the world. Ask your child's eczema specialist about Dupixent.
Cash, cash, cash. It's snowing cash at Missisquoi Casino Hotel. Play your favorite games to win a share of $12,000 cash at Missisquoi Casino Hotel.
4 News Now is brought to you by Craig Swap and Associates.
Welcome back. Testimony now underway in the trial of the Michigan mom charged with involuntary manslaughter after her son shot and killed 4 classmates at his high school in 2021. Jennifer Crumbley and her husband are being tried separately. Emotional testimony today by a former detective who recalled arriving to the scene of the shooting.
Once I got to the garden area, there were kids just everywhere, just standing in the cold or making their way into the, I'm sorry.
Prosecutors presented a number of videos to prove that Crumbley was aware of her son's experience and access to guns, claiming she lied about how much she knew. Crumbley is expected to take the stand in her own defense. Her son pleaded guilty and was sentenced to life without parole. Days after the first state primary, while it looks like President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump are heading for a November rematch, former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley says the GOP primary race is far from finished.
Only 2 states have voted. We have 48 states left. You can't go and discount all of those voters who want to vote in this election. We're going to keep going as long as we keep growing.
A draft resolution that would have formally declared Trump the presumptive party nominee was quickly withdrawn after backlash. The next primary is in Haley's home state of South Carolina next month. Oklahoma trooper Jesse Gregory speaking out after he was hit and sent flying during a routine traffic stop on the side of an interstate.
I didn't hear brakes or anything. I just remember going flying. I immediately knew that somebody just hit us. God absolutely protected me during that.
Amazing video. Investigators still looking into the cause of that crash. Trooper Gregory amazingly came away with just a minor scratch on his left arm, and he's offering this advice for passing drivers.
Get over, and when you see us, please slow down.
The CDC says 9 people are killed every day in the U.S. in crashes that involve a distracted driver. That's about 3,000 people every year. And about 1 in 5 people weren't even in a car like Trooper Gregory. All right, coming up on 4 News Now, Spokane Public Schools invited voters to another school they're hoping to rebuild with a bond on the February ballot. We'll show you which one.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Dinosaur Adventure roars into Spokane. 1 weekend only. Spokane County Fair and Expo. With life-size dinosaurs and massive family fun. Experience the thrill of the prehistoric age. Featuring the ferocious T-Rex, Triceratops, Velociraptor, and more. Go on a realistic fossil dig. Take a ride on your favorite dinosaur. Bounce around in the prehistoric playground. And a baby dinosaur meet and greet. Take an amazing dinosaur adventure. February 3rd and 4th. Spokane County Fair and Expo. Tickets at DinosaurAdventure.com.
Around here, Jack Frost nips more than just your nose. That's why people here drive Honda. Dependable all-wheel drive with traction control, with heated steering wheel and seats to keep Jack Frost off your seat, which will make it very happy. And since it's no fun to fill up in this weather, isn't it cool that Honda is known for legendary fuel efficiency? Great deals are here now, and so is Mr. Frost. So see your Inland Northwest Honda dealer today. Honda can handle it.
Home. It's both a place and a feeling. At yours, you strive to make new memories, create traditions, share stories, find the fun, embrace the surprises, and celebrate moments big and small. Memories are made at home, in every room, in every moment. Make your house feel like home at the Tin Roof.
It's Falco's biggest end-of-season closeout sale ever. Enviro fireplaces are in stock and on sale. Display and demo models with over $1,000 in savings. Don't wait until next season. Get the best deal of the year now at Falco's. Enviro fireplaces are in stock and installation appointments are available today. Ask about special financing and clean air discounts too. Falco's Enviro closeout sale on now. 9310 East Sprague, Spokane Valley.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
The February special election is just around the corner, and today all ballots have been mailed to voters in Spokane County. Spokane Public Schools is asking for a $200 million bond that would pay for remodeling some schools and replacing others. Allison Martinez has the story.
I'm here outside of Adams Elementary. Now, this main building that you see behind me was first built in 1909 and is the oldest school on the South Hill. The district says this building has issues with ADA compliance, efficiency, and security. Part of this $200 million bond would go towards replacing this building in its entirety. Yesterday, the district invited voters to Madison Elementary, another school they're hoping to rebuild. Attendees could see the school, voice concerns, and ask questions. We spoke to a teacher who says that in her 34 years with SPS, she's always seen voters support its bonds and levies. She's confident that this year will be no exception.
Our city believes in our children and in the work we're doing for them, and I love that, and I love that every year we take it seriously. seriously and we spread the message so that that continues to happen, because our kids are worth it.
Critics of the bond say that the way it's advertised doesn't represent the increase in assessed property value for not only homeowners, but renters who shoulder that cost.
And so we were very intentional to bring that dollar amount down in order to keep that tax bill stable throughout the life of the levy and the bond in the next 6 years.
The school is also asking for a 3-year replacement levy to fund student programs. The next neighborhood open house is happening next Tuesday at 5:15 at Gary Middle School. For more special election coverage, you can visit our website, kxly.com. Reporting in Spokane, Allison Martinez, 4 News Now.
Well, as we mentioned, Spokane County ballots have been mailed out. So if you didn't get yours, you need an update to your information, or you still need to register to vote. You have until February 5th to do so online or by mail. You can find your voter guide on kxly.com/forthepeople.
And let's take a live look now over downtown Spokane. We saw the sunshine today. I tell you what, it was a gorgeous kind of a spring preview almost, as we did get up into the mid-40s, and I'll show you our kind of rundown of what ended up being a beautiful day here in a few minutes. But let's start off with what we're going to see for the weekend, which is more warm temperatures and rain. So hopefully you got outside a little bit today and enjoyed some of that sunshine, because cloudy, rainy weather is coming back for the weekend, and especially on Saturday. Doesn't look like there's going to be that many breaks in the wet weather. Likely will be at least a drizzle for the majority, if not all, of the day. So it is quiet right now on live Doppler radar, but you can see in the Wenatchee area and now approaching Moses Lake, sooner rather than later, we're going to see that first round of rain move into the area. Other places like Othello and Connell, that's where here in probably the next hour, we're going to end up starting to see that rain begin to fall. Now, this is a big system, and that means we're going to see multiple rounds of rain throughout the entirety of the weekend. And as we go through the night, temperatures will not be all that cold as a result, only down to the mid-30s, and expect to wake up to some wet weather in your neighborhood. So that's how we start the weekend. I think we'll finish the weekend a little bit drier, but it is still going to be a pretty soggy one. We also have more rain and more of this very warm weather coming up once the weekend is done. I'll have your extended forecast after this.
All right, Matt, talk to you in a bit. We're still in respiratory virus season. You've probably heard that taking vitamin C can prevent or relieve a common cold. While there is a little bit of truth to that, doctors say vitamin C is not a silver bullet. There are some studies that suggest it may help relieve symptoms sooner, but only by about 10%. Regardless, vitamin C is an important part of your health.
It helps collagen formation. It helps tissues heal. It helps protein and muscle form and stay healthy. It helps your immune system work well. So that's what vitamin C does.
And if you're eating a rounded diet with fruits and vegetables, you should be getting enough of the vitamin to sustain you. If you're looking for relief from a cold, you may just need some patience with old-fashioned time and rest. Recent research reveals the more ultra-processed foods you eat, the higher your risk of head, neck, and esophageal cancer. Ultra-processed foods include candy, chips, and soft drinks that have lots of ingredients and many additives. Body fat also contributed to the risk, but it only had a minor role. The takeaway message is this: the foods we choose can significantly impact our health. If you're concerned about diet and cancer risk, you should talk to your doctor. Still ahead here on 4 News Now at 6, see a dog rescued from a frozen lake in western Washington. You're watching 4 News Now.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort Hotel.
Spokane Tribe Casino brings you country music artist Ray Lynn to Spokane Live, Saturday, January 27th. Tickets are available online now at SpokaneTribeCasino.com. Entertainment without limits.
It's back. 4 big days, January 25th to the 28th at the Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. New dealers, new boats, new floor layout. Go to SpokaneBoatShow.com.
Visit AutoNation Acura Spokane Valley for attractive offers on a new vehicle.
When it comes to remodeling your bath, there's fact and there's fiction. Fiction, it's too expensive to remodel your bath. Fact, with Bathfitter's hundreds of design options, you'll get the bath you want to fit your budget. Fiction, bath remodels take forever and tear the house apart. Fact, Bathfitter installation takes just 1 day to fit your schedule. Get the bath that fits you. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Boats of all types and sizes, heavy metal and smaller fishing boats, open bow, high-performance ski and wakeboard boats, pontoons, and personal watercraft. Learn more at SpokaneBoatShow.com.
Spokane Tribe Casino brings you country music artist Ray Lynn to Spokane Live, Saturday, January 27th. Tickets are available online now at SpokaneTribeCasino.com. Entertainment without limits.
Next, ET, Jason Derulo and Michael Bublé exclusive unveiling their spicy new collab and couple name.
I think Deruble would work perfectly.
Next, ET.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
This is amazing.
You blow me away.
Help me make it rain.
Just like that.
Let's go! Yes!
All right, welcome back. A rescue here in Western Washington for a dog that fell through the ice on Lake Tapps. Firefighters used ropes and bodyboards to slide out to the dog, grabbing it and then taking it to safety. A local shelter hopes to have that pup ready for adoption shortly. Matt, you and I talked about it just last hour, like, don't be tempted to walk out on any icy lakes because that has, it might have been thick a week or two ago, but it's not that thick anymore.
That window has passed. And I mean, we're talking about maybe hitting 50 degrees in more than a few places here coming up. So if there's still ice on the lake or pond near where you live, it's got to be like paper thin at this point with how quickly everything's melted over the past couple of days. And if it's not there yet, it's going to be pretty soon. Take a look at where we got to today with that sunshine. 46 degrees in Spokane this afternoon, 10 degrees above what our average high is this time of the year. Crazy though, we have to go up another 10 degrees to hit the record. So it does happen, this unusual warmth here in the month of January, but I tell you what, this is looking like it's going to be around for an extended period of time. This is not just a couple of days where it got warm. Look at this. So we will be a little bit cooler tomorrow, and that's just because it's going to be cloudier and rainier, but I still expect us at this point to get into the 40s. By the way, there's that average line, our average in the black line around there. And look at this. By the time we get to Monday, after all this warm air gets brought in by this storm, we are going to be up into the upper 40s. We're going to be flirting with 50 degrees in many areas. Now, the last day we hit 50 this winter in Spokane, that was all the way back on December 6th. And that was pretty warm for then, too. So something we'll be watching pretty closely heading into next week. Tomorrow, low 40s in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, as I mentioned. A little bit warmer on the Palouse. We'll be in the mid-40s. We will hit 50 degrees in Lewiston. We'll see some upper 40s in places like Colville and Sandpoint. Regardless of where you are, you're going to get some rain tomorrow, and especially during the morning. Now, as we get into the afternoon, I think there's going to be an opportunity for us to at least dry out for maybe an hour or two. So if you want to make some outdoor plans, take the dog for a walk, I would suggest waiting until later in the day. The rain may not stop completely, but walking in a drizzle is way better than walking in a downpour, and I think that's what we're going to wake up to in many areas tomorrow. First round of rain, it'll be here in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene by the 11 o'clock hour. We will continue to see that rain through the morning. Right around the midday, mid-afternoon time frame, you can see these darker green colors so that heavier rain comes in. And then in the afternoon and the evening, here comes that break. But we have more rain in the early hours of the morning on Sunday. Now, there is a trend in the computers that I do want to make you aware of here, and it is some good news potentially for Sunday, is that over the last couple of runs here with our computer, it's trying to dry us out quite a bit for Sunday. That said, I'm not buying it just yet. So we're going to keep those rain chances fairly high for Sunday. You should have the raincoat out as well. Now, Monday is looking pretty good. Tuesday's not looking all that bad either, especially with these warm temperatures. It'll be a nice couple of days to take a walk outside. The rain does come back, though, as we head into Wednesday and Thursday. And look at this. Wednesday, 49 degrees for a high, a low of 40. So this warm air is just going to keep on sticking around. Looks like for quite a while. I think our earliest chance to start cooling off again will likely be next weekend and maybe even the week after that.
Okay, we shall see. Well, whether it's skiing, snowboarding, ice fishing, or ice climbing, the winter sports industry contributes more than $12 billion to the U.S. economy every year. But as climate change impacts snow and ice patterns, annual events and festivals are being canceled this winter, like Minnesota's Ice Festival and the longest sled dog marathon in the lower 48. Plus, some ski resorts in the east were forced to close early last season due to lack of snow and mild temperatures.
When we start looking at cities and counties that rely on the economics associated with winter sports and winter recreation, that's where we're seeing a lot of the dramatic impacts.
Issues like reduced snowpack are forcing athletes to find new ways to train in their off-season, making winter sports more expensive and less accessible. Groups like Protect Our Winters closely monitor these trends and try to mobilize action around climate change. All right, Gonzaga beat San Francisco last night, but the Bulldogs don't have much time to celebrate.
Oh, no, the Zags are hitting the road to take on Pacific tomorrow, and the key to a Bulldog victory is not on the court. That and more next in sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Oh, you gonna take me home tonight. Queen Nation, the ultimate tribute to the music of Queen, live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, March 7th. Get your tickets now for the #1 ranked Queen Tribute Act. Winning is just the beginning.
Our motto here at Holiday Heating is fixed right or it's free. That means that we'll get the job done right the first time, and if we don't,
we will own up to that and we will take care of it for you for free.
Fixed right or it's free means that we are accountable for the 100% satisfaction of our customers.
We'll come back and get the job done and with no additional charge to the customer.
We are humans and we do make mistakes, but we are here to make it right and make sure our customers know that.
Hi, I'm Robert Sacre. You may know me from my basketball career. But what you don't know is I'm a father of 4, and life can get pretty chaotic. So that's why I'm getting a vasectomy at North Idaho Urology, so I can finally sit back and enjoy the madness.
Vasectomy season is back. Scheduled today in North Idaho Urology. RV show pricing continues now at R&R RV in Liberty Lake. Yes, every RV in stock at R&R RV Liberty Lake is show priced. You'll save thousands with rebates and show discounts on Cougar, Rockwood, Montana, Class B vans, and more. Everything show priced. Now at R&R RV in Liberty Lake. Shop online at rnrrv.com or visit R&R RV in Liberty Lake, Eastern Washington's largest RV dealer.
When I was 18, I really wanted to go to college and I wanted to study art, but I didn't know how to go about it. Being undocumented for most of my life, I wasn't able to apply for FAFSA or any financial aid, so I took out some private loans. I kept paying and paying and paying and paying, but they just wouldn't go down. BCU helped me get back on my feet. I took out a credit card with them. It allowed me to rebuild my credit. I just always assumed that the default was like, well, banks always take advantage of you. Being in a credit union has proved to me that, no, there is an alternative.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. I want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you want to do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
4 News Now is brought to you by Post Falls Volkswagen.
Well, Gonzaga won its 3rd straight game, beating San Francisco 77-72 last night. Now, the Bulldogs have an off day before taking on Pacific tomorrow. Sports Director Julian Minnesone is here. And Julian, what are the Zags doing to make sure they are ready to go for this one?
A lot of R&R, much needed R&R. Rest and relaxation is the name of the game for the Bulldogs right now. Now, Gonzaga was taken down to the wire by USF. Every Bulldog in the starting lineup played heavy minutes. Guards Nolan Hickman and Ryan Nembhard each played the entire game. game. Neither of them sat one time last night. Now, this can make Saturday's game a little bit more difficult against Pacific because not only is it a quick turnaround, but it's a road game as well.
The biggest thing is rest up, and we'll get through a scout tomorrow, and then, you just have to bring, like I've said over and over again, we have to bring it each and every night or we'll put ourselves in position to lose. I mean, we don't have that big of a talent discrepancy with anybody anymore. We got to just bring it, and we got to be ready to go on Saturday.
And tip-off against Pacific is at 7 o'clock tomorrow. Now, Washington State women's hoops returns to the court, and it's a big one. The Cougars begin their L.A. road trip against number 11 USC tonight. It's the start of WSU's toughest stretch of the season with matchups against USC, UCLA, and Colorado. All of those teams are ranked. The Cougars have won 3 in a row. And this weekend is a good test for WSU to see where they stand against the teams that they could face in the NCAA tournament.
Now the big challenge is we got to take that kind of excitement and that kind of, playing at a high level and be really, really tested these next this weekend on the road against 2 great opponents.
And tip-off against the Trojans is at 7 o'clock tonight from the Galen Center in L.A. Now to high school hoops, Gonzaga Prep girls on the road at North Central. The Bullpups are the road team, but they felt right at home tonight. Gonzaga Prep started the game on a 24-2 run, and they kept it rolling. Ayla Cornwall with the bucket and the foul, but North Central didn't quit. Shailene Irvin goes off the glass. But that's when G-Prep tightened up the defense a little bit. Bullpups force the turnover. They're going to go all the way down to the other end. The drive and the dish to Quinn Peterson, and she's going to get the shooter's roll to knock it down. G-Prep leads right now 64-17. That's a real score in the fourth quarter. So we'll have a final of that one later. Over to Shadle Park, where the Highlanders were hosting the Rogers Pirates. And Shadle Park was all over the Pirates on defense in the early going. Look at the hustle play right here from Mackenzie Fager to find Tamira Thompson to get the scoring started for Shadle. Now Rogers trying to get back into this game any way they could. It's Haley Ying works her way into the paint for the 2, but the Highlanders say, no, that's not happening again. Another turnover. They force it, and then it's Thompson once again wide open for the land. Shadle Park leads Rogers right now 72-44 there in the fourth quarter. A little appetizer, if you will, for Friday Night Sports Extra Night. You're getting back in the sports saddle, too.
It's been a while. I hope I'm not too rusty.
You know how
I'll
to
be
work the
shooting
cameras?
at LC and Ferris tonight, so hopefully my highlights look decent enough at 11 o'clock. Well, the U.S. economy is much stronger than expected, with a new report showing inflation cooling even further. Fears of a recession diminishing for Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen.
But no reason right now why there would be a recession this year.
There's no obvious reason why there would be.
President Biden is happy with the economy that's exceeding expectations. Prices rose just 0.2% from November to December, and the latest GDP report showing 3.3% growth in the fourth quarter of 2023. All right, it is time to go for a ride on the Air Force Adventure drone. A nature preserve behind Meade High School has miles of trails and access to the Little Spokane River. Let's fly above Waikiki Springs Nature Preserve in this week's Air Force Adventure.
Welcome to the Waikiki Springs Nature Preserve. It's 95 acres here on the north shore of the Little Spokane River, between Dartford and the Kalispell Golf Course. This is an area where there are 114 acres of Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife land, in addition to the 95 acres of the Waikiki Springs Nature Preserve, which creates about a 200-acre open space for the community, the public, to come and recreate. Waikiki Springs comes from a geographic function where springs of aquifer water actually leak out of the hillside in quite a large volume, to be honest with you, and that recharges the Little Spokane River. So the trails here begin with the trailhead up off of Mill Road at the north end of Fairwood. Then the trail inventory begins with a road that the local longtime users call the Switchbacks, and that road allows you to walk down into this basin, and then you have a number of single track trails go around the property. It's one of the things that the Inland Northwest Land Conservancy is working on these 95 acres, is to come up with a trail plan and to improve the trails so that they're more user friendly. So the Inland Northwest Land Land Conservancy is a local land trust that has been in Spokane since 1991, and in that time we've conserved over 22,000 acres. We have a number of different nature preserves, from Reardon to Palisades neighborhood west of downtown to this nature preserve, the Waikiki Springs Nature Preserve. This is just a beautiful place to come and park and go for a hike, bring your family. I just love the Little Spokane River. It's beautiful all 4 seasons and is very welcoming. It's full of nature, it's full of wildlife, from bald eagles in the area to moose, coyotes. You'll see lots and lots of different animals down here.
Try to paddle that Little Spokane River every summer. All right, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Tonight, Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
You were convicted of helping to kill your mom.
What will Gypsy Rose reveal?
Why reveal it now? Why didn't you say anything about it then?
The Deborah Roberts interview. Wow. 2020, tonight on ABC.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Where would you get engaged? On a mountaintop. Wherever you get engaged, we want to help you mark your moment. Tracy Jewelers, where Spokane gets engaged since 1950.
Celebrate 6 years with us at Spokane Tribe Casino. Win your share of $60,000 cash during our Win-Anniversary giveaway every Saturday in January. Celebrate with us all month long as we celebrate these winning years. Only at Spokane Tribe Casino. You just win here.
Around here, Jack Frost nips more than just your nose. That's why people here drive Honda. Dependable all-wheel drive with traction control, with heated steering wheel and seats to keep Jack Frost off your seat, which will make it very happy. And since it's no fun to fill up in this weather, isn't it cool that Honda is known for legendary fuel efficiency? Great deals are here now, and so is Mr. Frost. So see your Inland Northwest Honda dealer today. Honda can handle it.
I'm Chad Young from the EasyHomebuyer.com, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's easiest way to sell your house fast. If you have a few moments, I hope you'll give me the opportunity to make you an instant cash offer on your home. With the EasyHomebuyer.com, we will buy your house in as-is condition with no repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. To get your no-obligation cash offer, give us a call or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
Temperatures outside are expected to drop near zero from now through the end of the month, and we want you to be prepared. Keep your thermostat set at 70 degrees. Let faucets in your home drip. Cover hose bibs. Keep garage doors closed. Have space heaters on hand. And remember, Bill's Heating and Air will be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, should you have issues at all. Happy New Year from your Bill's Heating and Air family.
Celebrate 6 years with us at Spokane Tribe Casino. Win your share of $60,000 cash during our Win-Anniversary giveaway every Saturday in January. Celebrate with us all month long as we celebrate these winning years. Only at Spokane Tribe Casino. You just win here.
Where would you get engaged? On a mountaintop. Wherever you get engaged, we want to help you mark your moment. Tracy Jewelers, where Spokane gets engaged since 1950.
4 News Now is brought to you by Ironstone Furniture and Fire.
All right, coming up tonight on Nightside, arguments over when and where the trial of accused Moscow murderer Bryan Kohberger will take place. The timeline on starting that trial.
And we're taking a look now at your forecast, where things are going to be, dare I say it, spring-like, heading into the end of the weekend and next week. And already today we hit 46 in Spokane, so we got a lot more days like this coming up, just maybe with a little less sunshine for most of them than what we saw today. I tell you what, that was amazing.
It was, for sure. I had my sunglasses on, driving around. Crazy to see 40s across the board there next week. All right, Friday Night Sports Extra Hoops Edition returns tonight. I already said I'm going to LC and Ferris. Where are you headed?
Shadle Park in North Central. That's a big one. We're heading to Mount Spokane as well. Meet it. Got it all.
Got it all covered. All right, we'll see you tonight for all those highlights and much more at 11 o'clock. See you then.